So I look forward to learning to use technology safely. We'll be taught this by Robert Altman.
So, in case you haven't been paying attention, the NTSB recently recommended a ban on all mobile phones while driving. So that includes hands-free, that includes texting, that includes talking on the phone, that includes looking things up, or perhaps if you're using your phone as an iPod, looking down and changing the channel. But don't worry, it's okay for the passenger to do that for you. No, seriously, this is a bold move by the NTSB. It's about time. It's something that is plaguing our streets more and more. And I don't know how many of you have teenagers in, say, the 15, 16 range. Now, my son who's 15, I'm not really worried about him, but he's still an inexperienced driver, and it scares the bejesus out of me to think that his inexperience is going to contribute to an accident where somebody else was texting and he wasn't paying enough attention. It could easily happen. So this is an important thing, and it's something that we should all be thinking about. A little more information for you on it. Statistics show that talking on a cell phone, distracted driving, certainly texting, is easily as bad as drunk driving. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, maybe people said, well, you have a drink, is it that big a deal? You drive home a little more carefully. It's taken a while, groups like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, to really drive home the message, yeah, it does matter. And I want to present to you the belief that talking on the phone, yeah, we can all manage it. I certainly do, far more than I should. Yeah, it does matter. We should be reevaluating that. And I certainly have been reevaluating that in the role as a role model to my son and daughter. You know, if I continue to do what I'm saying, well, say, well, you just don't have as much experience. Then I look up from what I'm doing, and the car stops. The car in front of me stops a little bit sooner, and so I got to slam on the brakes a little sooner. Yeah, I handled the situation. But boy, do I feel like a hypocrite. So, I want to tell you one more statistic. Recent information shows that you're 37 times more likely to have an accident while using an electronic device than paying attention to it. As I said, it's a big deal. My daughter has a friend in her Girl Scout troop. Her father died recently. A couple of years back, he was bicycling. He was hit by somebody who was texting. Left him as a paraplegic. A year and a half later, he died from related issues. Another friend of mine called me up one day and said, Rob, I want to write an Android app that disables the phone while somebody's driving. His nephew had just been killed while texting and driving. The nephew is doing the texting. It's out there, it's happening. So I want to shift for a moment and talk about technology. I have spent a lot of time using technology to try to make myself safer. Bluetooth earpieces leave your hands on the wheel, less headroom restriction, huge improvement in your ability to react to the road. So modern cell phones, the new iPhone 4S with Siri, which I don't have here, but these devices, capable of voice dialing, they are capable of reading you an incoming message. So if you have to be connected, there are ways to do it without looking down and looking for a phone number. So those are some of the things that can help you. But I want to get back to my original point, which is, now, first of all, let me say, if you need to receive messages, if you need to deal with this, plan ahead. Make the safest possible environment for yourself. However, given that we all do look down at these devices, and given that the statistics are pretty clear that even hands-free isn't nearly as good as paying attention to the road, I'd like to suggest some different low-tech alternatives. Wait until later. Is it really that important? Pull over. If you get 3 text messages from your significant other, maybe it's time to pull off the road and see if they told you you forgot your briefcase. Cell phones are part of our lives. Let's not let them ruin it. Thank you.